My name is J Maddux. I'm a retired circuit court judge here in Cookeville. And the other thing that I've done practically all of my life is to be involved in the American Legion Boy State program. I'm today the assistant director of the program, but I was the director for 35 years. And I went as a delegate to Boy State when it was at Castle Heights Military Academy in Lebanon. And that was I must have been a junior. I just finished my junior year in high school. Well, I didn't realize what it was when I first went to Boy State, and it was the last year that they had it in Lebanon, and so I didn't really know what the program was, but when I got there, I ran for governor and did all the other things and was beaten pretty soundly in my elections, but I learned about politics. And really, I'd already known a lot about politics to start with because my dad was a state senator from this area. He was lieutenant governor and speaker of the state senate. And when I was 6 years old, he took me to one of the 7 counties where he served. And he said, I'm going to give you this little packet, or not little, it was a big packet of brochures, and I want you to get on this side of the street, I'll get on the other side of the street, and I'll meet you at the far side of the county building in about, an hour and a half. And I was scared to talking to these people. Well, the first 3 people that I stopped and gave them a brochure, they just told me how great I was and what a good job I was doing for my dad and all this stuff, and I was immediately hooked on politics. And so I just enjoyed being a part of it. And then I enjoyed being a part of Boy State. And then when I came out of the military, I had a chance to come back here to Tennessee Tech to participate in the American Legion Boy State program. And I've been involved with it ever since. And this morning, for 45 minutes, I did a program, Remembering Names and Faces. And I taught these delegates how to meet people, to remember their names, and to be able to call their names later. And that's a real good thing to have happen. I want them to take away the opportunity that they have to talk to other young people who are at the right age, which is the end of their junior year in high school, and talk them into coming to American Legion Boy State. And what happens is when people come to this program, for instance, the Supreme Court comes here and they hear the arguments of several different cases, and the cases are argued right here on this stage, and the delegates hear that and they read it and they understand it. But what happens when they first get here, they'll say, they're going to have some kind of something over there with the Supreme Court, and I don't know what's going to go on. But then after it's over, they'll say, oh man, I heard them argue that case, and in my case, they took credit for it. They said, in my case, they argued this way and they said this way, and I really think that they're going to get off free without getting in any trouble. So it's exposing them to a lot of the great things that happen here on this particular stage, because they're doing what's normally done out throughout the state in county seats and capitol buildings and arguments before the courts, the appellate courts and the Supreme Courts. But I thoroughly enjoy this program, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity to participate.